it's going to be a rocky clay season. Be ready. And
Yeah, I mean,
remember my name. And I think that's
it's
something I look forward to. In the absence, we now have a vacuum. And a lot of these players are really going to show it makes tennis exciting again to really see. We're going to have some older players that are getting long in the tooth that are going to have to either put up, shut up. You know what I mean? And that's
yeah,
unfortunate for the Zverevs, for the Medis, for the even the Rublevs. They're going to have to really kind of put up or shut up. Dimitrov, what we love, but buddy, these new up and comers are saying,
I
don't
don't I
sweat it.
don't think I don't think we're really gonna get a feel for the group. This is the funny thing about this part of the year, right? You got to hit because clay is slower, right?
Yep.
You got to hit a lot of balls to prove that you're better,
Right.
right? And over time, tennis will tend to revert towards its due place, right? It's
Right.
the better player generally wins the match,
Yep.
generally,
Right.
right? And
Especially
so
on clay in the long match.
right, and clay, it's just it is exasperated, right?
Right.
So I think this
Exacerbated.
is
Yeah.
exacerbated. Wow,
Yeah.
it's oh
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna hate that one in post prod. Okay, so yeah, I think this is kind of Carlos's space to just like fill up. He's just gonna fill up this space, and then Giannis gonna come back. He's gonna be a little. He's gonna be well. I think he'll actually be sharper than we would expect because he does pretty well, like
He
with a
ain't
little
the
warm
type
up.
to take off.
Yeah.
He ain't the type to take off time. He ain't been sipping
Well,
drinks on the Swiss Alps.
even like match play wise, yeah, I'm sure he's getting enough like he's finding some players somewhere, but like I know he takes time off like you know after ATP finals and then just doesn't play a warm up event and then pops up wins Australian Open, right? So like he can do that.
Yeah.
So I think once we get through the French Open, Wimbledon's weird, grass is weird, right? It is what it
Weird
is.
3-4 weeks.
This is weird. I'm very excited for like Cincinnati. Like I feel like everything's gonna like that's when we start to like all right, Arthur Fees, show me what you got. All right, Jack Draper, show me what you got. All right.
To that time.
Yeah, like who
I
is
just
the
think it's gonna be a good year. And
yeah.
I think the French is gonna be up and down. There's gonna be some people that are gonna knock off some people. There's gonna be a great it's just a great time for tennis right now. In the absence of the big three, we now have a lot of players that are going to fill those spots. And I think for the next couple of years, it's going to be nice. But I really am looking forward to the clay court season right now because of so many up and comers. And I feel like we literally have three different types of up and comers. You have your current, 7 and out. You have your current 25 and out who are trying to edge closer. And you got your 50 and out, been on the tour a year or two that are breaking in. That are showing they have the goods. And you really got that 5 through 8, perennially the last 3 or 4 years that are really going to find downshift and find a way to upshift again, going uphill at the end of their career. And this is going to be, Dimitrov went out 0-0, Alvin. He went out 0-0. Now, mind you, that was a bit of a blip and kind of a glitch, but make no mistake.
I think it's more representative of like him lately in the back end of events. Like he's just
right.
This what happens in age, right?
That's
you can
right.
do it. It's just hard to do it again.
Hard to do it again.
And so
hard to do it back
after,
to back. And
yeah,
he played that
after tough
he had some
matches,
great matches, and then boom, just fell flat.
And that's the awesome thing about Monte Carlo, right? Like
Right.
Monte Carlo is it's a tight 1,000, right? No BS, 64 with a couple of buys here and there, but then it's like every day, and it's just the guys, and it's just 1 week. Like it is like you said before, like Masters 1000s are kind of tougher than Grand Slams because you don't have as much rest, especially when it's single gender, and there's no holes. Like there are no wild cards. I mean, there's like 2 or 3, but like qualifiers they're sparse. It's
your boy
it's go time
pulled out and they put Minsick in. I mean, that's not a wild card,
right? Yeah, the guy who just won a 1000,
right.
the guy who just won a Masters 1000 a couple weeks ago didn't make the cut. He missed the cut.
That's what I'm
saying. Fonseca missed the cut.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, I hope Monte Carlo never changes. I'm not a huge fan. I actually, yeah, the longer 1000s, I understand why they happen. Whatever. But Monte Carlo is,
Isner is pushing to have, well, he's recommending, I think it's a good idea, by the way, to have Monte Carlo have both genders. I think it would be a great event. But to your point, that would make Monte Carlo be a 2-week long event.
Yeah. This naturally has to be longer.
And I think that would be a good one just for the scenery. I would love to do it. I'd love to go there and have 4 or 5 days to watch both the guys and the girls at Monte Carlo. But to your point, it does make for a longer event, and it pushes. It's going to push an end somewhere and some event, and who knows. We need to have an episode on the tour itself and some of the coolest places that the tour goes to, and then we need to kind of set our own bucket list of ones we need to go to and go to and experience ourselves firsthand. And
Fair.
that would be a cool episode to have and show some.
Yeah, Monte Carlo's top of my list for sure.
Monte Carlo might be the first one off both of our lists to get started.